Hey everybody, it's Wes from Fundamental Games here. We're going to be doing a little bit of a preview slash playthrough of Hunted. Now, Hunted is a game by Gabe Barrett. He's actually already done a couple of games. The first two I just got in the mail 2 days ago. One is called Hunted Kobayashi Tower, and it's based on the premise of the Bruce Willis original Die Hard movie, even though I'll not say that anywhere in the box or any promotions for it, but you'll see that you're a lone kind of ex-cop or current cop that's trying to find his way through a building to save his wife and survive. That is Hunted Kobayashi Tower. It's been fun to play that in the physical version. I did a video much like this with the TTS version before the Kickstarter launch, and that was fun to do. Alongside that came Mining Colony 415. If you can guess what movie that's based off of, maybe off that image there, I'll try to shine it to the camera. Might be a little movie about aliens that it might be based on. But both of these have a very similar premise to the game that we're about to play, where you are going to be going through a solo deck. It is 2 players as well, but it's designed as a solo game. And your goal is to try to strategically get through the deck and find ways to accrue items and survive attacks to solve the problem. In this case, it was escaping the tower with your wife. In this case, it was escaping the mining colony without dying to the aliens. And in the game we're about to play, called Wode Ridge, if you've ever seen the TV show Stranger Things, it might have a little bit of a calling on that, as well as some attributes to Stephen King. So let's take a look at the table as best we can. Again, running off Tabletop Simulator, I thought I would add a camera this time around so you have some human interaction with this video. But we'll see how this works out. Make sure everything's working here. I think the only thing I'm missing is my keyboard, but let's find out. There we go. Yep, we're good. All right. And if the camera goes off a little bit here, let's angle it. It might be a little bit bright above my head there, so apologize for that. Here we go. So Hunted Wode Ridge by Gabe Barrett. Barrett Publishing is his company, and he's got some other games out on the market as well that he's done on Kickstarter. There is Dungeon Ball, and there is The Final Flick Tier, I think are a couple of them, as well as a few board game design books and the website that he runs and Facebook group that he runs. So he's very well known in the board game design community. Now, this tabletop simulator that I have here is already in mid-game, so I've already played the game for a little bit just to get a feel for it, kind of progress so you don't have to watch the whole start out, because sometimes that can be slow in games, especially if you're just wanting to get to the meat or heart of a game. So I'll skip past that, but I will still walk you through what this deck contains. So let's go to the rule book here. If we take a zoom in, we've got 81 main deck cards. So the main deck is right here, and in this case, it's a double-sided deck. We'll see here if I can find the right deck. 43 cards, this should be here. But it's a double-sided deck because you're going to go to the other world, as it's called, which means that you are going to have some fun experiencing, kind of like Stranger Things. Things happen on a different existence or kind of time sense. So there's the main deck anyway. One reference card, which I've got down over here somewhere. Trying to see it right now. We have 5 team cards. So this is the team of people we're playing with. Unlike the other Hunted games, we're playing with a team of 4 humans and a robot, and they can each help us out in our journey. We have 17 item cards, 17 ally cards. So these are up here that you can earn through acquiring them in the Hunted row. And then we have some trouble cards. These are up here. They are things that are bad things that'll happen if you spend too much time getting chased down by aliens or whatever those creatures are. We also have lots of D6s that have special icons. So in the real game, these may be engraved or painted on. I'm not sure, but we've got all of those, and they help you to get past problems. We have an evidence board. So this evidence board is what I have to fill in as one of my objectives in the game. I have to fill in the majority of this board to find enough evidence to be able to encounter one of these boss cards. So that's kind of neat. And we have the 20 evidence cards, which are right here, randomized. We have a wooden cube that we keep on our tracker board. In real life, this will be a dual layer cardboard mat. I've got those in the hunted boards as well for Kobayashi Tower and Mining Colony. And then some wooden tokens and a couple of Wode Ridge cards, and then the 52-page adventure book. That's right, I said 52 pages, because in any game you play, you might face some of the sequences in here and some of the bosses, but not all of them, so it makes it a very replayable game. All right, so how do you play Wode Ridge? I'm not going to read through the whole rule book. I'm sure that'll be available to look through on the Kickstarter or his website if you want to see what's in the rules. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pick up where I left off. Hopefully I can figure out where that was because it's been a couple days since I saved this, but just try to progress through. So what happens is I am trying to make my way through this location deck, and in this location deck may help me find more evidence, as will the cards in the hunted row, and maybe encounter some things in here as well, which may be of benefit. Thus far, I found myself a toolkit and some Halloween candy. Some of that I might have started with, I can't remember, and I've accrued this token at some point in time. These dice here are things that I have for energy that I can roll, and I've used up the ones over here, so I have to find a way to replenish those at some point. And then this here is my time, so when I do certain actions or take care of certain cards, my time is impacted. And then lastly, I've got health, which hasn't been hurt yet, but when you get injured, I would remove health, and my health would become emptier. Reminds me of games like Zelda or other games where you see your hearts. I don't have half hearts, so. Okay, so then we're off to the hunted row. The hunted row is where most of the action happens. On every hunted card, you'll see that there are icons on the bottom right and icons on the left-hand side. So the icons on the bottom right are how much it would cost me to activate that card. So in order for me to activate this discovery, it would cost me 2 magnifying glasses. And the way I get those magnifying glasses is by sacrificing other cards in the hunted row that have those icons on the left-hand side. Now, you can only use 1 icon per card, so even if an icon had 2 magnifying glasses on it, or I had a card with a magnifying glass and a compass, I can't use both icons. I can only use one of them, but I can use as many cards as I want to create that. So right now I've got kind of a map token, a map image, and a compass, so I don't have 2 magnifying glasses to try to solve this card. Same with the portal, I need a magnifying glass, and here I need a magnifying glass and a compass. So right now I can't do much with these row cards, but you'll see when we play through what'll happen with them. Some of these cards will give you a portal to go to the other side, because you may want to go to the other side. The pink side is technically the safer side, so right now I'm on the bad side, and dangerous things might happen to me here. And then my character cards have different powers, so she could move the time cube back 1 space if I flip her over. Jack has allows me to discard a card from the row, and if I have any cards in the row that have these green bells on the top left, they're kind of like warning signs. If I have 2 of those, it could cause me some grief with enemies or the police or FBI. Celia, I've already used her once, but she allows me to use a magnifying glass, and Danny allows me to use a compass. And then good old Marty here, I've got his icons up here, so he comes with these 4 icons, and you can use them at any time. So right now I've got a fist, a gear, and a heart that I could use, and he had another one as well, but I already used that one. Okay, and then my Halloween candy, I can add 2 lightning to a dice roll, or I can use my toolkit for a gear, and you'll see how those will matter later on. So what are we going to do right now? We're going to keep trying to progress through these cards and see what happens. So I'm in the neighborhood right now. I'm going to flip over this card. Oops. The way this deck is a little bit different. So the way this deck works is you actually draw from the bottom of the deck. It's a bit tricky in TTS, but what I do is you always have this on top of the deck, so you never know what card's on top of the deck. But I just flip the deck over, and I usually draw the bottom card and flip it over, but I have 2 of those cards for some reason. So let me just, this is the card I would have had, but it's actually going to flip over to the green side because I'm on the other side right now. So it can get a little awkward on Tabletop Simulator, just because of the way this works. I'm going to put this back on. Oops. Here, we'll do it like that. Okay, so I found myself an escape plan. An escape plan costs 1 map to activate. I can discard this card if I own it to discard a trouble card from the row or ignore an event. But it cost me 1 map or map icon to get, where I could sacrifice it for a magnifying glass icon or a handshake icon, which is kind of like bribing, or we've got all the icons listed on the back page of this thing, or one of the pages here. Befriend. Okay, so what am I going to do? I am going to see, I could use a portal to get back to the other side, or I could take one of these map icons, maybe this one that has the bell, and grab this escape plan. I think that's a wise idea. So I'm going to take this, put it in the discard pile, so I'm sacrificing it for that compass, and I'm going to put this, oh, did I misread that? Sorry. Oh, that one had a compass. I cannot use that one. I have to use this portal instead. So I could use this portal or this discovery. I kind of want the discovery because that'll get me some evidence. So I'm going to sacrifice this portal card and stay on the other side so I can grab this escape plan. So this escape plan will go into my dungeon row. You'll note, or dungeon row, my just my area for items. This card's a bit bigger because these item cards are acquired differently. All right, so now I have an escape plan as part of my items. You can see that hand on the top right. That means I was allowed to grab it and put it into my possession. So the row doesn't fill automatically. I always have the choice of when I'm going to fill up more cards on the hunted row. I still only have one green bell. So I'm going to flip over this deck again and grab the bottom card. And that card is a discovery. It requires a compass and a magnifying glass. I do not have those two items, so I can't use this card. But it'll be nice to use if I can find a way to get it. So I'm going to grab another card. Oops. There's no limit to how many cards you can have in the hunted row. I'm just going to leave these cards like these. Okay, so this is a rescue ally card. You don't have to rescue an ally, but it might give you a benefit in the game. But it also has a magnifying glass, which is something I was looking for, because maybe I want to jump to the other side, which will clear my row, or if I could find a befriend token, I kind of want that. So we're going to take a quick read in the guide about flipping to the other side. It's a very important part of this game, and I don't want to get it wrong. So if I want to flip to the other side, let's read through this. Types of cards, locations, dealing with trouble, drawing cards. Sorry, I don't have this memorized. Boss monster, defeating monsters, 2-player mode. Skip back a bit. Gameplay, setup. Hide, activating cards, icons, locations, regroup, events. We'll get there in a moment, I'm sure. Trouble, or many cards have a bell icon. If there's ever a trouble card in another row, dealing with trouble, no. Green hearts, flipping the deck. When a portal card's activated, you flip the hunted deck over, read the or work on the opposite side. You take the Wode Ridge clock tower, put it on top of the deck. Just in TTS, it kind of gets in the way. As you draw, sometimes another card will slide out. You just randomize. No, don't need that. The evidence board. Boss monster. Need to find how to get back to the other side. Evidence portals. Portals. When a portal card is activated, discard it and all cards in the row and flip. Okay, so that's what I wanted to clarify and make sure I didn't get wrong, is that if I do go through the portal, all of these cards disappear. Now, as bad as that may sound, I kind of need to do that because I have 2 green things on here and I don't really want to encounter the FBI, just because that doesn't sound like fun right now. So I will take the easy way out. I'm going to use this card. Oh, I can't use them both. That's unfortunate. Oh, the whole row is going to clear anyway. So I'll just use this magnifying glass to trigger this card, which means all of these cards disappear and we go back to the other side. Now, does the other, going back to the other side, use a time is the question. I had my, I don't know what I did with my player aid card. That might help me figure that out. Dealing with trouble. Team. Rest. Regain health. Hide. I don't want to hide. Activating cards. I don't believe I use a time for that. I didn't see anything that indicated that. So we are flipping to the other side. So when you flip to the other side, it'll tell us on here. Inventory. Flip the hunted deck over to its opposite side. Okay, so I flipped the entire deck over. I don't even know what side I'm working from anymore, but I'll flip this over. And now when I flip cards, I'll be looking at the pink side. So let's say it's my next turn. I'll flip this over, and now I'm looking at the pink side. All right, I'm going to draw another card, flip to the pink side. I've got 2 bells. That's dangerous, but can I use one of these? This has a map and a compass. This has a map and a compass. Both of them need magnifying glasses, so I can't activate either unless I had something in my hand that I could use, which I don't. So I'm in danger of getting into trouble soon, unless I wanted to spend a time to clear the row and hide. But we're going to risk it. Take this, flip it over. We're not in trouble yet, unless I'm going to read about those pink icons again. Portal evidence, dealing with trouble. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you're allowed to have pink cards or those bells as long as you don't get another card that causes trouble. So the way it reads on here, for trouble, dealing with trouble. When you draw a card or 2 from the trouble deck, that's if you, okay, trouble. Many cards have a bell icon on the top left if there's ever 2 bells and a trouble card. So right now I'm safe because there's bells but no trouble card. We've got a clue, item, and discovery. Now I do have an escape plan. I could discard a trouble card from the row or ignore an event, but that doesn't help me now. So I'm going to sacrifice a time and take all these and hide. So when you use up a time, you can hide and basically make that row disappear. Now the reason I did that is I was worried that I'd find a trouble card, which I didn't, but it was possible. Oh, item found. No. Mr. Keating. Oh, I could have had a lot of fun with those, but that's too bad. We've got some bullies here, which is a trouble card, but I don't have 2 icons, which is good. Or is that considered an event card? Whenever you draw a card or 2 from it, those are the trouble decks there. Just reading through. Events. Cards with an exclamation point in the top left corner must be dealt with immediately when they're drawn by rolling energy or discarding tokens. So I have to deal with this guy. I don't have a choice. So in order to deal with that, it says here there could be a consequence in the top right corner that triggers if you fail. So what I need to do is I need to have at least a talk icon used in some way, shape, or form. Otherwise, I will take 1 health before I can move on. So I have the choice of rolling one of these dice. So the way it works with that is green heart rolls. If you're on the other side, how many dice? When rolling to deal with trouble, an event card, or a boss monster, you may roll 1 to 5 dice. Rolling more dice gives you better odds, but also uses up more of your energy, which costs you time to get back. After a die is rolled, place it and the used energy on the player board. So what I would have to do if I want to avoid taking health damage is I would have to choose how many dice I want to roll and roll them, but then I'm going to lose them. So let's say I'm going to roll 2 dice. So I'll grab these and slide them over. And we have a star and a fist icon. Now the icon that I needed was a talk icon. So even though I didn't get an icon, I use up these dice, I failed my roll, which means I'm still going to lose a health. And then this guy's discarded. So that's unfortunate that happened, but that's a risky take. And then I can move on. So continue on, I'll flip another card, take a look here. We've got another clue, and we do have a compass, so I could grab Mr. Keating, which I can use as a clue icon later on. So that might be useful, or befriend to find an item. What would I rather do? None of these have pink bells, so none of them are endangering me, but I think I'd like to have a magnifying glass at my disposal. So I would use this. It will use this icon for this icon. I'll discard this card. And then this card will go into my acquisitions, the stuff that can help me on later on. Okay. Or I could just take a token, actually, I think. Yeah, there's supposed to be blue tokens, but I'll just leave that card there. Okay, so we'll move on. Now we have trouble. So 2 bells is how many things would activate this, but I don't have any, so I don't have to worry about getting in trouble right now. I'm under control. Flip over. Now I have a bell, but I have my brother's car. Magnifying glass could allow me to get a compass. No, sorry, a map could allow me to get a compass, so I don't have that right now. All right, flip over another card, that's fine. Shortcut. Ooh. Brother's car. Give me a free compass token. Or this one would get me a gear token for a shortcut. I think those can be useful. So I would use, I don't have a compass kicking around. Just for fun, we're going to use this escape plan and remove a trouble card from the row or ignore an event. So we're going to remove that from the row. So now we just have these. What do I want to do? Let's use this. Yeah, we'll flip another one over. We'll wait and see what the deck brings to us. Ooh, more trouble. Okay. Oh, I want to get rid of my trouble. So I'm going to use... I can't get rid of the trouble, unfortunately. But I can use this befriend icon to activate this, which allows me to find an item. When I find an item, I grab an item from the top of the item deck and I put it into my acquired items. So this says I can acquire a clue card from the row for free. Unfortunately, there is no clue card right now, but I can use that later on. Okay, next, keep on going. We have 2 bells and a trouble card. So let's read about trouble again. If there are ever 2 bell icons and a trouble card showing in the row, immediately lose a time, discard all cards in the row, and drag a card from the corresponding trouble deck, pink or green, and I have to deal with it. So step 1, grab these. I've got 2 pink icons, and this one activated with 2 pink icons automatically. These will go into the discard pile. I'll grab a pink card from the trouble deck, and I have to deal with this immediately. All right, you must now deal with, if there's ever a trouble card already in the row and another trouble card's drawn, even worse things happen to you. Okay. But I have to lose a time. Don't want to forget about that. So down to 15 time. And then we've got some parents. So the parents will cause me to lose a time if I can't talk to them. So would I rather try to spend 2 dice and talk to them or lose some time? Well, I could use up to 4 dice, but I like the 2 dice things. So let's roll 2 dice. See if we get a time icon. Yep, so we've got a chat icon, which is great. So these will go into my used pile, and I managed to talk my way out of trouble with the parents. So thank goodness. We'll just throw this over here. Not sure. Yep. Okay, and we'll continue on our journey. Now I'm pretty beat, so maybe I want to rest. Let's read about resting. I don't have many dice left. So if I want to rest, rest actions used to regain energy and health may be taken any time during play at the cost of 1 time. When you take a rest action, you can move up to 5 dice to the available side, regain a health, move a clue card to a different place on the evidence board, and you don't discard cards from the hunted row. So I think that's a safe bet right now. I will sacrifice a time. I will move 5 dice back into my energy pile just in case something crazy happens and I need them. And I will regain a health. Back up to full health, and we'll continue on our journey in Wode Ridge. We're still on the good side. We're in the real world right now. We're not on the other side, but there's some trouble. That's fine. I don't want to deal with that right now. Flip this card over. We've got a discovery. Ooh, need 3 compasses for that. I only have 1 available right now, and I have no way. I could use Danny for a second one, but I need a third one somehow. So, yeah, I don't have any pink showing. We'll continue on. Flip this over, regroup. So this one can be used for a compass. So let's give this a whirl. I'm going to use this compass. I'm going to use, oh, I thought I had another one. Maybe not. Darn. Okay. Discovery. What side of the deck is this one supposed to be? I can't remember for this one. I think that's the other side. So this is the right side of the deck. Okay. We could find another item. I don't really feel like doing that. So we're going to keep on going. I might have that on the wrong side. I apologize. We're going to we have a regroup. There's one pink bell, but we don't have two yet, so we're safe. That one's got a map icon. And so if we had a map, we could use it. It provides a befriend, so I could use this for the befriend icon just to get it out of the row. So I'll befriend icon this item found card to grab another item. So maybe that'll help us out. Automatically pass a cool. That'll come handy. Continue on. We've got two trouble cards. There's problems if there's two trouble cards. So if you have two trouble cards, we'll read that again. Too much trouble. If there's ever a trouble card already in the row and another trouble card is drawn, lose a time, discard all cards in the row, and draw two cards from the corresponding trouble deck. So that sucks. Okay, so we'll group these together, flip them back over, throw them back over here. We have to grab two cards from this trouble deck and deal with them. I have to deal with both cards. So I can deal with them one at a time, but I do have to deal with them. This one's blank for some reason, so I'll grab another one. A portal, so we have to go to the other side, and I have to generate one of those tokens or lose a time. So I happen to have one of those tokens kicking around. We'll use this one up from our robot, Marty. Thank you, Marty. And so this guy will be taken care of. Throw him over here. Then we're going to the other side, so we'll flip the deck over. All right. We'll continue on our journey. Now we're on the green side. So this is an escape plan. Move on. We've got a clue. We could really use a clue. Our evidence board's pretty empty. This needs a compass to activate, and I did have a compass kicking around somewhere. Maybe not. I was thinking of my little cards. But I could use this one. So use that for the compass. Find myself a clue, which gives me an evidence card. Or double check evidence. When you activate a clue or discovery card, discard it and draw from the evidence card one card for a clue or two for a discovery. So I'm going to draw one card and I can put it on the evidence board finally. So here we go. We have top secret files. Now the thing with the evidence board is you can only go adjacent to something with an icon matching. So this one can go next to this one because it has a light bulb. There are kind of rules for placement of where you can position things. If I want to put a card up here, I have to match these icons. In order to get to the boss, I have to have the first 4 rows filled and these 3 filled. So I've got some work to do. Apologize if this takes a while. But let's keep plowing on through. Trouble! That's fine. Discovery. Maybe I will use acquire a clue card from the row for free. No, toolkit. Got no way to bypass that. I could hide to get rid of that trouble because I'd really like to keep that discovery. So let's hide for a time. Put that in the discard pile and continue on. We have the darkness. Costs a fist, otherwise I'm going to lose a heart. I have a fist I've been kicking around for a while now, so we'll throw that fist up there. Get rid of that darkness. I don't even want to see that. Item found. Has a compass and a befriend. We need 2 compasses, so we're halfway there. I don't have any compasses down here. I don't have a clue up there, so keep on going. Flip this over. What do we have? Discovery. Not the icon I need. I really need a compass. This one costs 2 compasses. I have 1. So a couple of discoveries there, but that's not helping us yet. Befriend icon and a clue. So I could use a befriend icon to acquire a portable TV. Yeah, keep on going. Befriend icon and a map icon. Not going to help us much, but we can get a free clue. So right here I've got this file folder. I'm going to use this item now to acquire this clue for free. So that'll go to the discard pile, which means I get 1 free evidence card. So now I can position this evidence somewhere where it'll make sense. Light bulb and radioactive, that'll fit in there nicely. On the left is that radioactive icon, and here is a light icon. So those two work together. We found a witness. Let's continue on. Barrel through. A clue, another clue. So this clue needs 1 compass to activate. I think I might have a compass somewhere, so I could use up one of these discoveries. The one with the bell is preferable. To find another clue, go through the evidence pile, and we have a couple icons here. Now, is there anything that happens if I complete a row in the evidence pile? Let's find out. The adventure book I haven't actually referred to yet, so just curious when I will hit that. This on the board. Moving. When a column on the evidence board fills with cards, either 2 or 3, depending on the column, you'll read an entry in the book. You have to add up the numbers on the evidence card in that column to get the number between 2 and 12. If it's one of the first 4 columns, look at the current location card that's in play, and then turn to that location section of the adventure book and read the entry. Every entry has a short story. All right, so our first true adventure is going to happen because I'm going to position this here just so we can experience that. So what will happen, we are going to add up the values. We have a 2, a 4, and a 2 on the bottom right, so that's going to add up to 8. And I am currently in the neighborhood because I haven't left the neighborhood. So we're going to read the book, find the neighborhood, and read about section 8. So section 8 of the neighborhood, spoiler alert, is the neighbor's house. I'm going to say hi. Jack insists. Jayla shakes her head, eyeing the man known as Shades McShane in his fringed white leather jacket carrying boxes from his parents' driveway to his van. We'll go together, she offers. Shades graduated from Wode Ridge. You can read the rest at your own leisure. But basically what's going to happen is I can either help Shades move the boxes in exchange for a pair of glasses, lose a time and gain a magnifying glass, or I can just keep on moving. So we are going to gain a icon. So I would gain one of these magnifying glass icons. Again, I don't have one right now, so I'm just going to say this represents my magnifying glass just to help me out for this particular game. And that's it in the adventure book. So do I switch locations? I'm not sure. Let's see. Every entry has a short story. Most entries give you a choice between 2 options. Some give you a benefit. After you resolve the entry, you may draw a card, hide, or rest. Okay, so we're back into my regular sequence of things. Draw a card, hide, or rest. They're all going to cost me different actions. I'm going to draw a card. And we found some trouble, but I've only got 1 bell, so I'm still okay there. This doesn't give me any icons. Usually don't. I could grab a portable thingy, or I could find another item. I choose not to. I'm going to hide, which will clear the evidence row. And we'll continue on. So we had some trouble, but thankfully we dodged that. We've got a clue here, so I will sacrifice this clue that I had generated to grab this, and that'll give me another piece of evidence. Okay, where can we fit this on the board? I cannot put it here. I cannot put it here. You can't fill the 4th column until the first one, or the 6th column until all these are filled in, so I can put it somewhere over here. Let's try positioning it. I can't position it there, so I'm going to put it here. See how that works out. Continue on. We have another clue. That one requires a compass, which I do not have. And that has a bell. That's unfortunate. Flip over, see what else we got. Discovery, but we have 2 bells. So when we have 2 bells, we've got to group those together. Now because we're on the other side, I have to grab a trouble card from the other side. It's only 1 trouble card. This requires a gear thing to bypass. Charlotte looks like an evil car. And again, I said that there might be Stephen King references. So if you know of the car called Christine, I think this is a reference to that. I'll lose the health if I don't have some kind of gear. So I could use my gear, dodge that, or I could just take the health damage. I will lose the gear since I think that's what is preferred to do. Bypass that. Continue on. The Taken, an event card. All right, I'm going to lose a time unless I can do that. So I'm going to roll 3 dice this time. I'm going to choose and give those a shake. I did not get any icon that matched. Oh, a star icon, I think. Actually, I might have been able to save some damage earlier. What does a star icon do? It's a wild. So yeah, that wild, I actually should have had a health back earlier. But it's a wild, so I'll use it as that talking point. Continue on. We've got some more trouble. We'll continue on. We've got an event, the darkness. I don't have a fist in play. So I'm going to take a health damage unless I can roll a health. So I'm going to take 2 dice this time. See what I can. Got a star, which I can use as a heart, so I bypass that card. We'll continue on. Amos Wood. Amos Wood. Looks like a ghost. Okay, continue on. Double trouble. That's should have hid. See, pushing my luck. 2 trouble cards, which means I have to face both of these. So I can use this to bypass a test. That doesn't help. The dog needs a fist, which I don't have. I can use this fist icon. I'm using up my robot to bypass that dog. So we're good there. But then I still have to bypass Charlotte again. So I'm going to roll 1 die and just see if I can luck my way out of this. Fist, nope. So I'm going to take a heart damage, and Charlotte is gone. And I think I'm going to have to rest now because I've only got 1 energy left. So rest cost me a time, get back a heart, and then get up to 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Build up that energy again and continue on my journey through Wode Ridge. Here we go. Flip a card. Discovery requires 2 compasses, which I don't have. An event, I need a fist. A fist. Don't have a fist, so I'm going to choose 2 dice. Roll these up. I have a fist, so we bypass the darkness. Continue on our trek through the other side. An item for a compass, or for a magnifying glass. I'd really like to find another compass and get some more event cards. Now you can see here I ran out of deck. So if that happens, you shuffle up the, where's my shuffle button? Flip this over, got my whole deck there, and I will shuffle it up. All right, so you start over, and we'll continue on. Where are these cards? Oh, maybe this was my discard pile before. So let's put these in here. These would be on either side of the deck, but we'll just shuffle all these up and start over. Okay, continue on. We have no pink symbols. We have a befriend and a befriend, but nothing to befriend. What we need is compasses. So no magnifying glasses kicking. Oh, I do have 1 magnifying glass, but I would need a second one. So we'll keep searching. We have the Taken. Ooh. All right, I'll roll 2 dice again, see if we can get past this. Yep, we talked our way past the Taken, but it did cost us 2 more energy dice to do that. I'm going to risk it and keep on going. A portal. I could activate that with a map icon, which I do not. Oh, I do have. Oh no, I need a compass and a magnifying glass, which I don't have. I have 1. Yeah, let's do it. So magnifying glass, just get and compass, and we go back to the other side. So when you go back to the other side, you dump all the cards, flip the deck, and continue on our journey. We have trouble first thing. That's terrible. Terrible. I don't want trouble. Clue. No pink yet, so we're safe so far. That's a 3 compass discovery. I really need some compasses. Item found, we've got 1 bell. Discard any row. So I'm going to flip over Jack and get rid of trouble. I don't want trouble right now. So Jack's been used up. As for your hero cards, I'm not sure if there's a way to get them back. Team. 5 team cards represent the kids and their alien friends. They all have a benefit. Some give you an item to fulfill requirements in the row. When a team card is activated, flip it over. When the final token on Marty's used, flip him face down. So far as I know, flip any and all team cards face up if I regroup. So I could have done that for Cecilia. So basically everybody should be flipped over now except for Jack. And Marty hasn't been flipped over yet, so he can't regroup yet. Okay. Well, that's good. We're 1 step further ahead. There's trouble again. Boo. I don't want that trouble. I'm going to hope that I don't get trouble again. Good, I didn't. Oh, I got 2 bells. So pushed our luck too far. All this stuff goes back. I got to fight a pink card. And it's a portal to the other side. So we just go right over there. Flip the deck over and continue on. We have a wheel against the darkness. I don't have a wheel. I only have 2 dice. I think I was hoping to rest and didn't. So I'll use up 1 die and see what happens. I failed, so I take a heart and lose my die. This goes over here. I'm going to flip over Jayla, move my time cube up. Okay. Discovery. Portal. Rescue ally. Okay. Can we activate anything? Yep, we can activate a portal, or we need 2 magnifying glasses. I'll flip over Celia and use this portal because I want to actually get 2 evidence cards, so that's nice. So 2, I'll draw this one. Now if I draw 2, can I look at them at the same time? That's a good question. Yep, so I can draw both and then decide how to place them. That's helpful. So up here, this one here would tie in nicely, connects to that. And then this one here cannot fit in here. It could not fit in there. It could not fit, oh, this one can fit here. So we filled in this, so we're gonna add these up. We're still in the neighborhood. We've got 2 plus 4 is 6. So we're gonna read about 6 in the garden. Jack is the last over the fence to Mrs. Busby's garden. So we can A, scale the barbed wire fence and escape, or we can pay 2 icons, fight the scarecrow. I'm just going to jump the fence and run away. I don't feel like fighting, so I'll take a heart. I've got lots of hearts. All right. We sprint away. Scarecrow lurches and hacks its way ever closer. But look at our evidence board's filling right up. We're getting closer. This is good. We have a clue. That's good. That's good. We need a map icon. We've got 2 bells. Both of these, this requires 2 compasses. This requires a magnifying glass, which I do not have. Eek. We'll risk it. Found another clue. 3 bells is fine. All we need is 1 compass for this. To get this one, we need a map and a compass. So we can get 2 at once. So we use that map. We use this compass. Nope, I'm cheating. I need 2 compasses. Compass. Nope. Don't have enough icons to trigger that, but I can use this magnifying glass to take care of this one. And then I get an evidence card. So that's good. Anywhere I can position this? No, no. This could go here. That's a safe one. Good. Continue on. A portal. Do we want to go back to the other side? Is it worth it? We can use this compass and this to go to the other side. Why not? So we use this to activate this, switches us to the other side, flip the deck, and continue on. Trouble already. I think there's more trouble on the pink side. That's how it feels to me. Brother's car. Trouble. Yeah. I think it's, honestly, I think it's better for me to stay on the green side. I get more grief on the pink side. Either way, we are on the pink side, and I drew 2 pink trouble cards. So, and we're right back to the green side again. Can't dodge that. This guy needs a fist, or I suffer some time. I'll just suffer the time damage, and then I'm going to rest. So I'm going to rest. It's going to cost me a time. I get to flip over my ally cards back to their positions. I get to gain a heart back, and I get to gain 5 dice back. And we'll continue on. Throw this on here. I'm back on the other side again. Back on the other side again. If we want that, we need a compass. We can flip over good old Danny. He knows how to find things. Flip him over. We'll activate this, get another evidence card. Maybe we can fill in another row here if we're lucky. So this matches this, so I can actually fit that in there. Or, no, it can't fit in there, and it can't fit in there. So let's slap it here. We've got 2 plus 3 is 5. We're still in the neighborhood. So the vacant lot, we can jump from, again, I'm not going to read through it all. I can jump and run away from a giant worm to lose a time, or I can fight the mega worm. If I fail, I take a damage. I will lose a time. I'm good with that. Now we'll continue on, hoping to find my way through discovery. This one needs a compass and a magnifying glass. Oof. I think I'm going to get trouble. Yep. That's okay. Flip it, group it, throw it back. I get a green trouble card. I have to fight the evil Mr. Keating. Evil. So I'll roll 2 dice to try to fight him because I can. And I took him down. Bye-bye, Mr. Keating. Keep on making my way through. I'm going to flip over another one. Give myself some options here. Yeah, I can use this compass and this magnifying glass to trigger this portal to go back to the other side. Again, I'm not having much luck on the other side, but who knows? There's trouble again. You know what? I'm just going to hide, get rid of that trouble card. I'm tired of flipping to the other side. All right. Discovery. All we need is one map or a compass. And so I can use Cecilia for magnifying glass and this card for its compass to grab 2 evidence cards. Nice. That'll be a nice boost. Let's see if we can find anything useful here. All right. Here, I need to fill in these 2 spots. This one, the light bulb can go here and the letter can go there, so I can fill that in. This one here is that can connect to that, and that can connect to that. So I've now filled in 2 spots. Our whole evidence board is filled in, but I've got to do both of these things that I just filled in. So the first one I did was this one. So that would be 1 plus 2 is 3. I'm still in the neighborhood. Am I going to get out of the neighborhood? I don't know. Search all the tool sheds and gadget ranges to find the source of the voice, lose a time, and draw an ally card. Or I can keep moving. I'll lose a time, find an ally. So there's ally cards in the game here. They can help you accomplish some things. We found 2 symbols. That could be helpful. And the other one we filled in was 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 1. 3 plus 6 plus 1 is 7, which takes us to the alley. We might have to wrestle a cassette from Mr. Grizzer's back and deactivate him, taking a damage, or we could try to rig up a trap to contain Mr. Grizzler in a trash can. Still doomed. Alright, I'll try to wrestle. Try to wrestle with 2 dice. These 2 right here. And we got a wild one, so we were successful, so I don't take any damage. Yay! I'm just going to read one more time, make sure I'm not missing something about the adventure book. As you move through the Hunted deck, you'll find location cards representing different areas in Wode Ridge. As soon as one of these cards is drawn, immediately discard the current location and replace it with the new one. So I might have missed that. I do apologize if that happened. We'll keep an eye on the words on the card because we might have traveled to a new location. Let's keep on going though. We're on the pink side right now. Ally found. If I trigger that one, bullies. Trouble card, so I'd have to roll for fists unless I had fists available. I'm not even going to roll, I'm just going to take the heart damage. I'm cool with that. And I'll use my robot to heal my health. So, cha-ching. That way next time I rest, I've got him. I'm going to use Jayla to recover a time and discard any card from the row. No. Discovery. Make sure I read rest right. I don't want to break the game. Rest. When you take a rest action, you do any or all. Move up to 5 energy dice. Regain. Where did I read about flipping allies? Or my team? Team. Oh, regroup. When a regroup card is activated. Oh. So I've been cheating. I'm going to knock off some health off myself because I didn't regroup. How do you regroup? When a regroup card is activated, discard it and take a regroup action. And there's a regroup icon. Which one is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I probably wasn't allowed to regroup at all, so I might have cheated a little bit. So this game is probably harder than I've made it look today. But I'm not going to restart now. Look how far we've come. Magnifying glass. Look, I need all 3 icons for a double discovery there. That would be nice. So let's see if we can figure that out. I'm going to say all my characters are flipped because I technically haven't regrouped yet. So we'll say I have no abilities left. No test to pass. Add a 2 lightning to a roll. And text. Okay. We're good. We'll keep on going. So here, if I want to get this, I need a compass, which I have. I need a magnifying glass, which I have there. I don't have any loose icons kicking around. But I do have a couple of icons here, neither of which helps. So I'll continue on. I'd really like to discover. Well, that's a regroup card right there. Trouble with 1 pink. You know what? We'll use this map. We'll play this regroup card, and we'll actually do the regroup rules the real way. So when we get to regroup, we can move all energy dice to the available side of the board, move an evidence card on the board, regain up to 2 heart tokens, and flip any and all team cards face up. So that is a huge benefit. We're going to flip all of these over the right way this time. Grab all of these tokens, bring them back to Marty. We get to move all of my dice back, so regrouping is a huge perk. There's probably not that many of those cards in this deck, so when you get it, I would recommend taking advantage of it. And up to 2 heart tokens, good. Let's throw these on here. Good, we've regrouped. Then we're going to immediately discard an action card from the row. Whoosh, get rid of her, we don't want that. I really want this discovery, so good. Move the time cube back a space, let's do that. Now we have a compass and magnifying glass. All we really need is 1 more icon. What do we need? Not that one. No events here. So here we have a compass. Compass. Magnifying glass. We still need another magnifying glass. Gotta keep searching. Ugh, that's not what we needed either. But we've only got one L, so we're okay. Now we're in trouble. Okay. Discard to refresh 2 dice. No, don't really need that. I don't really want an item, I just want that. But if I hide, ugh. No, we will get rid of a card to activate this. So we will. It's a thinker. See, always making me think. I can use this clue card for its befriend to activate nothing, or for its map icon to activate nothing. Okay, so can't use that for either. Everything needs clue icons, but I can use this clue icon if I wanted to do an item found. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna hide. It's just not worth it. There's too much potential for trouble. So we'll just group all this together, throw it in the discard pile, and start over. All right, Mr. Keating. Yeah. Brother's car. We've got 2 pink again. Befriend. Map. None of this is working. Let's keep going. Regroup. We don't even need to regroup right now. Let's use this map icon. Nope, that's not a map icon. Compass and magnifying glass. This magnifying glass to trigger this med kit. I grab this med kit, put it over here. I can discard it anytime to lose a time to gain 2 HP. Okay, good enough. Still have 2 of these. But I can use, no, that's a befriend, that's a compass, neither triggers. So I'll pull from the deck. Ally found, I need a befriend action, and I just happen to have one here. So this befriends this, and I get to find an ally. So I grab an ally card, add it to my collection. Somebody's going to help me in my journey. This time it's Ray Ray. That'll give me a talking icon, help me talk me out of things. Regroup. Now we're finding all the regroup cards. So one of the good things about the pink side is there's more, or maybe that's the only side you find regroup on. So that's something, a reason to stay on the pink side. Okay, we have Lucky the dog needs a befriend to get rid of. So I befriend Lucky the dog, and I get myself a fist icon. Add it to my collection here. Continue on. I can't get rid of Mr. Keating right now. Clue, we need 2 compasses. We have 1 there and 1 there. So let's use these 2 compasses to find a piece of evidence. Pull it from the evidence deck. Ooh, this is a nice one. But can we match it? I think I need both of those icons to match. Let's read about evidence again. All right, we're getting into how much time now anyway. We've spent, not even sure the time here. Read about evidence one more time. Following the evidence board section, we need to find the evidence board section. Make sure we're not going to cheat again. Evidence board. So you may place a card anywhere on the board, but when you place a card next to another, it must have at least 1 matching icon. So at least 1. Doesn't have to have both icons matching, which means we can legally place this nowhere on this board because it doesn't match. Darn. If we regroup, we can rearrange the evidence board, but you can only regroup at certain times. I still don't know how to switch locations. Maybe it's that neighborhood icon. Adventure book, evidence, fighting boss monsters. In the deck, trouble. Locations. As you move through the hunted deck, you'll find location cards representing different areas in Wode Ridge. I'm just having trouble finding that. Yeah, so far I don't know. I've been through the whole deck, so technically I should have found a new location, but as it stands, I don't know how that was supposed to happen. So I'm probably misplaying a part of the game here, and I, again, apologize. It's not a perfect playthrough, but at least you're getting to experience some of the game. There's got to be a way to get to other places in this deck, and I just haven't figured it out yet. But we'll keep going. Medkit. This one has a gear icon. Shortcut. So what is that? Maybe we'll check that icon. Move. Move icon. Rest. Activating cards. Still want to look up how to move, maybe. Gameplay. Hide, rest. Activating cards. Ally item inventory noise, explore, search, plan, befriend, flip the deck. Lots of plan icon, not a map icon. Nice. Build, take damage. As you move through the hunted deck, you'll find location cards representing different areas. As soon as one of these cards is drawn, immediately discard the location card. So, yeah, I think I'm missing something somewhere, but I don't know where. So, we'll just continue on force. Maybe I didn't include the location cards I was supposed to include when I built this. Trouble. Oh, the bullies I think I was supposed to take care of. I'll just lose a heart. Clue, but one pink. Okay, so we need one magnifying glass. I've got one there. So we activate that clue. We get an evidence card, flip it over. This one is a legal placement, so that's good. Let's read about the evidence board again. Back to the evidence board. All spots in the first 4 columns must be filled before you place the final card in the last column. So I still have to place 2 more cards in the last column. Almost there, almost there. Got lots of energy, so let's shuffle this up and flip it back over. Okay, keep on going. Brother's car. Can use that to get a compass. Planning ahead. Can't do anything there. Clue requires that icon. That icon I don't have. Don't have 2 pink, so let's just carry on. Befriend. So this I can befriend nobody. A lot of cards here that I'm not able to do much with. Oh, I guess I could just befriend the dog and get a fist token. Make it easier to accomplish something later. Event, gotta talk to somebody. I just happen to have a talking card here, so we'll just use up that item. Continue on. Medkit. We have a compass here, but we don't have a magnifying glass. I do have one here that I haven't used, so use that and that to trigger that. Get ourselves one more piece of evidence. This piece of evidence can go here. So we're down to just needing 1 card to potentially finish the game. Again, I have not found a location, so that just needs a single compass, so maybe we can find that. No, we've got double trouble, so we'll group. Chances are we're going to the other side now. So we're going to grab 2 of these, flip them over. Yep, we're going to the other side twice. You can only go there once, and you don't go there. Flip over, continue on. Discovery. Almost Wode. Trouble. Can't regroup. I can't hide a card. It's fine. Trouble. So we lose all these. Throw them in the discard pile. Face 2 big trouble cards on the other side. Alright, so we have a dog. Alright. So I will use up these icons here. I should have a minus hurt icon. Just have a heart, a wheel, a fist, and a gear because I had regrouped. So I'll use up my gear and I'll use up my fist just to take care of this guys. They're done for, no trouble at all. Alright, we've got item found. Yeah, we'll keep plowing through. Try to find the end of this place. 2 green icons is not good. Can we use them up? I could use this up to find an item. I use this up to find an item, grab an item from the item deck, throw it over here, draw 3 cards, discard a card, place on top of the deck. Yeah, telescope could be handy. We've used up the whole deck again, and again, I've not discovered a location because I'm missing something. But them's the breaks. Grab this deck, put it back here, and keep on going. I'm going to use up these bells. I'll just suffer. Yep, trouble. I should have known. I did know. You heard me say it, but that's okay. Discard those. I get 1 green trouble card. We've got our rabid dog. Here, let's roll 2 dice. See if we can solve the rabid dog. Yep, we did. Bye-bye, doggy. Continue on. Trouble. We're going to hide, lose the time, continue on. Discovery. Trouble. This is not cool. Let's activate this. Draw 3 cards, discard 1. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to draw these 3 cards. Discard 1, put 1 on top of the deck and 1 on the bottom. So discard the trouble, put 1 on top, the clue, and 1 on the bottom, the escape plan. Put the escape plan on the bottom of the deck, put the clue on top. And then I will take my turn. So put that there. I need 2 compasses. What do I have? I've got nothing. Shucks. I did that for nothing. We'll keep going. Map. Doesn't help us. 2 bells. Alarms ringing. They found us again. Throw these over here. Find something bad. Pom, 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 pom. Oh, I'm all out of trouble cards. These are in the right piles. Alright, shuffle these. Group these, shuffle these. And what are we fighting now? Another rabid dog. Okay, I'll take 2 dice. Keep my roll. We have 2 gears. I failed, so I lose a heart. Boo. And a doggy. Again, I might be, maybe I'm supposed to be losing time more often. I have a feeling that that's true. Trouble, gameplay, draw card. So Hide loses a time, rest loses a time. And then certain cards lose time. I think I'm playing it right there. Trouble again. Trouble again. We get 2 trouble cards. There's too much trouble happening now. So here we're going to lose 2 hearts unless we have a fist and a fist. I do have a fist here. And then I'll use 2 more dice. Roll these. I have no fists. Boo, so I take another heart damage. Group these together. Unless I have to keep fighting him. Let's double check those. I might have to keep doing actions until I can beat them. You must deal with it before doing anything else. You get 1 roll of the energy dice to defeat them. If you fail, you receive a consequence. Whether you succeed or fail, it's discarded. Okay, I was playing that right. A little bit different than the other hunted games. So the other hunted games, you have to actually keep going through and fighting them, and you take damage each time. So this one's a bit different from those. Okay, can we do it? We need 1 clue icon. Here we go. Clue icon, trigger the clue, get an evidence card. Are you the magic one? Is this going to solve all our woes? It is. Ding, ding, ding. So that goes there. We've got our final evidence board filled in. Flip over to the evidence board. All spots in the first 4 columns must be full before you place the final card in the last column and trigger the boss monster. So when the fifth and final column on the evidence board fills up, you still add up the evidence card numbers, but instead of turning to a location, you turn to the boss monster section. Read the story entry and draw the card indicated on the boss monster card. So the boss monster I face depends on the numbers on here. We have 1, 4, so a total of 8. So we would go to the boss monster section of the adventure book. Sorry, I didn't get through any of that story. I think, again, I'm missing something in the gameplay. At least you get an idea of what would happen in these other areas. You'd have different types of encounters that might be harder or easier to defeat. I just happened to stay in the neighborhood the whole time, so I didn't really get the full experience. But boss. So our boss total is 8. We could have been facing the Chupacabra or Mr. Snips, the birthday clown, but instead we're fighting the Mothman. Celia notices the shape first. It moves quickly in the edges of her vision. She thinks she must be crazy. Blah, yada, yada. We must draw the Mothman boss card. So we'll flip this over. There's the Mothman right there. Interesting chain of events here. So how does a boss monster... Oh. That's my reading there. So let's read about bosses. Fighting the boss. To defeat the boss monster, you need to roll the dice and or discard cards and tokens to match the icons on that card. It's the same with dealing with trouble. However, if you don't defeat the boss monster after 1 round, you continue to fight until you either win, run out of time, or lose all your health. After each round that you don't defeat him, you'll receive the consequence. And if you still have time and health left, you proceed to another round. You may only roll a maximum of 5 dice in a round, can discard any tokens and or cards, match all of the icons to win. We must match the icons in order. It will take a minimum of 1 round to win. All of the icons in order, and each time I don't, I lose a time and a health. So first icon is a talking icon, which I don't have. Yep, I didn't regroup lately. So I didn't plan my boss fight very well, and I've only got 5 dice. So let's see. Wheel icon, I don't have either. Well, we're going to use 2 dice and try to resolve. So I didn't get either icon, so I failed the first round. When I fail, I'm going to lose a time and a health from the Mothman. So I'll lose a time, I'll lose a health, and I'll try to do it again with 2 more dice because I can. Roll! I have a wheel. So we've accomplished no... Oh, I needed to talk the first time, so I did pass it. And the second one, I needed a wheel, which I got. So Still, I'm going to take another health and time because another round's going to pass. What else can I do? I need a gear. I don't have a gear. Oh, I have a gear icon here. So I use that ally, pass that gear icon, and I need another wheel icon. So let's say another round passes again. I'm probably not playing this perfectly, so but I'll roll my last die. I got a gear, and I needed a bike wheel, which I don't have. So that's too bad. I used my bike wheel on here a long time ago. Take a health and a time, and I have no way to get my energy back. I don't know if you can rest in a boss fight. Take a minimum of 2 rounds to win. Yeah, pretty sure I cannot rest in the middle of a boss fight, so we're going to say that I am defeated because I have no other way to roll things. And again, I've misplayed a couple parts of the game. I think I misplayed finding my way through the location book, but you would have found the location guide kind of adds theme to the game and different obstacles of danger that I was fighting in the neighborhood anyway. But instead, I might have found it in the courtyard or elsewhere. And there is stuff that happens on these cards here that might have helped me losing time to draw ally cards. And you'll see that on the opposite side of the deck, there are other events that would happen, and they might have been actually pretty bad for me. So probably in my first full gameplay experience, maybe a good thing I didn't adventure in there too far. So anyway, that is Hunted Wode Ridge, produced and designed by Gabe Barrett. He's got another artist that's doing some cool work on this with these. His last 2 games were just 2 color, like basically 1 color tone with black. In different shading. Now this one is 2 because it represents the other side, so I really like how he did that. The evidence board mechanic, kind of neat how you're trying to put everything together and have to piece this puzzle together from the missing pets, strange slime, shadowy figure. You're kind of assembling a story to go and find the boss, in this case the Mothman, and just have, it's fun to figure out. I will definitely give it another try and try to figure out the location part of it so I can have some more fun with the adventure book. But I think it's going live on Kickstarter any day now, and I wish him all the best with it. He had some terrific success with the first 2 Hunted games, which I showed you earlier. Where did I put those? Right here. So again, they come in a nice compact box. If you see the size of my hand, really easy to pack and travel. For solo games, maybe you want to take it in your suitcase and play with it at a hotel one night, or maybe you just want to build up a collection of Hunted games and go on different Hunted missions from time to time. So if you watched through this whole thing, thank you. If you just skipped right to the end and wanted to hear what I had to say about the game, I love the visuals. I love all of the mechanics and all the thinking you have to do. Sometimes you feel like the dice are against you or the cards are against you, and I think I would experience that more if I had actually played the location deck properly. But otherwise, your actions do matter, and you have to decide. Just like I did with the Mothman, I didn't really plan my last piece of evidence thinking, oh, I should probably prepare for that. Maybe I should have waited till I found a regroup card to make that happen. But no matter what, a lot of decisions and a lot of consequences for those decisions will result in a fun solo gameplay experience. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.